It's time to make some fried tasty meat pie for the family this summer. Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. So let's go ahead to prep our ingredients. Onto the bowl, I'll be adding my all-purpose flour. Then I'll go ahead to add my butter. So because this is too big, I'm gonna cut part of it and add to the flour. I'll leave all the measurements in the description box below. So after that is done, we go in with our fingers and try to mix everything together. Because it's in the refrigerator, it's became a little bit hard, so I'll try and use my hand to work everything out till it is nice and smooth. So guys, if you have watched up to this point and you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Please hit the subscribe button. We don't pay money for subscription. Thank you. So now that everything is mixed perfectly, we go ahead to add our baking powder. So we go ahead and add our salt as well. Then we mix everything up. Yes, you make sure that you mix it thoroughly so that everything can be integrated. So next I'll be adding my grated onions. You can actually omit this, but it gives taste. I actually learned it from somebody. It adds taste to the meat pie. So now I'll go ahead to add my water. Then I mix that thoroughly. So you mix that until everything is well combined and formed into a nice soft dough. So now that our dough is perfectly done and put together, we just go ahead and wrap it in a plastic wrap. Then we set it aside and start prepping our filling. So with this recipe, I'll be adding some corned beef, yes, and we put that on the stove. Give it a stir. Because it's a little bit salty, after adding the ingredients, we'll be adding a little bit of water and then some cornstarch. I'm not using it to thicken it, but I'm just adding it for the salt to go down a little bit. So I go ahead to add my onions. I've not added any oil to this because the corned beef has a bit of oil. So that's the cornstarch and the water that I'm adding. So you just add a little bit to reduce the salt content in the corned beef. So stir that properly and leave it to cook a little bit. Then you go in with your spring onions. So that's what I'm adding at the moment. So it's set now. I wouldn't want my ingredients to overcook, I mean. Yeah, so let's go ahead to start prepping our meat pie. So the dough is ready now. It has been sitting there for a while. So now we go ahead to flatten it. Then we start to section our meat pie. So I'll be doing mini pies and also like some large ones, but I want it in a smaller size because of my daughter, and you can make this for your kids as well, and they will love it. So you put your filling. After sectioning, you put your filling, then you use your fork, you flip it over, use some water to rub at the edges so that you will not have it open up when you are frying before you seal everything. Yes, so you can see me do that in this video. So that's the water that I'm using to brush the edges. Yes, I'm using the brush to brush the edges with water so that when I flip it over and seal it, it will not open up during the frying process. It's time to make the bigger sizes, and you can see me do that in the video. So let's go ahead to preheat our oil before we start frying our pies. So to make sure that the oil is hot, I added a bit of the dough. Yeah, and knowing that it's hot now, I started to dip in my pies. So I'm using a stick to turn it over. Please fry this on medium high so that you will not have to burn your pies, or the pies will not be burnt and also probably not cooked from the inside. So look at that pie. Look at that, guys. Look at that. It was so tasty and delicious. So I'm gonna break it apart for you guys to see, and you hear me crunch that in the background. So listen to the sound as I crunch it down. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.